The house was quiet, save for the ticking of the old grandfather clock in the hallway. Samuel sat at the dining table, a single candle flickering in the center. Across from him was an empty chair, its place set with a plate, silverware, and a glass of red wine, her favorite. It had been 5 years since Claire had passed away, but Samuel still celebrated their anniversary as if she were there. He raised his glass, his voice soft but steady. "Happy anniversary, my love. Another year without you, but not a day goes by that I don't think of you." He clinked his glass against hers, the sound echoing in the empty room. Samuel talked to her as he ate, recounting the year's events. He told her about their children, their grandchildren, the garden she had loved so much. He laughed at old memories and shed tears for the moments she had missed. And when the meal was over, he sat in silence, staring at the empty chair, wishing she were there to fill it.
Samuel's children had grown used to his ritual. At first, they had worried about him, urging him to move on, to find closure. But over time, they came to understand that this was his way of keeping Claire close. They respected his grief, though they couldn't fully comprehend it.
One year Samuel's health began to decline. His steps grew slower, his hands trembled, and his voice became weaker. But he refused to let go of the tradition. On their anniversary he set the table as usual, his movements slow but deliberate. His daughter Emily offered to help, but he shook his head. "This is for her," he said. "I have to do it myself." That night Samuel sat at the table longer than usual. He talked to Claire about everything, his fears, his regrets, his hope that they would be reunited someday. "I've missed you so much," he whispered, "but I'll see you soon, my love. Wait for me." A few weeks later, Samuel passed away peacefully in his sleep. Emily and her brother, Michael, returned to the house to sort through his belongings. In the dining room, they found the table still set for two, the empty chair a silent testament to their father's enduring love. As they cleaned, Emily discovered a letter tucked inside a drawer. It was addressed to Claire, written in Samuel's shaky handwriting. She opened it, her eyes filling with tears as she read. "My dearest Claire, another year has passed, and still, I feel your absence like a wound that never heals. I've tried to live without you, to honor your memory, but the truth is, I've been lost without you. Every day, I sit at this table and talk to you, hoping you can hear me, hoping you know how much I love you. I don't know how much time I have left, but I'm ready to join you. I've lived a good life, my love, but it's never been the same without you. Wait for me, Claire. I'll find you just like I promised. Forever yours, Samuel." Emily folded the letter carefully, her hands trembling. She looked at the empty chair, imagining her father sitting there, talking to a ghost. And for the first time, she understood the depth of his love, a love so profound that even death couldn't diminish it. At Samuel's funeral, Emily placed the letter in his casket, along with a photograph of Claire. "Take this to her," she whispered. "She's been waiting for you." As the casket was lowered into the ground, Emily and Michael stood side by side, their hearts heavy but at peace. They knew their parents were finally together again, their love eternal, their bond unbroken. And in the quiet of eternity, Samuel and Claire were reunited, their empty chairs filled at last.